better lighting.
Oh.
Right now, this is your WHUC Sports, Hines' very own.
Welcome back to our Sports Journal, your weekly source for all things sports. I'm Jakobey Johnson, and today I'm joined by the head coach and the Lady Bulldogs basketball team, Coach Brandon Taylor, as well as sophomore forward J.C. Jenkins and freshman guard Ariana Krim. Thank you all for joining me.
You're very welcome, sir.
Me.
Okay. With a record of 12-5 the regular season and 0-1 in conference play, you all have been on fire since the beginning of the season and have continued to excel on and off the court. With the regular season concluded and now the start of the conference game has begun, I know you all will continue to bring the heat. But before we get into the conference games, I understand that you've played a couple of games over the break, right?
Yep, we played 5 games so far.
Okay. Including a record-breaking double overtime against the ladies' Baton Rouge Community College, with the score being Lady Bulldogs 84, Lady Bears 79. Coach, I just want to ask you, what did it take to overcome the Lady Bears in a double overtime?
Passion. I mean, you dig deep, you see the game is tied. I think it was what was it, 70-70, and honestly, you look at this team in their eyes and say, y'all, this is another overtime. Aren't we made for this? Like, I think at the point it was our 6th overtime period. So I looked at them, I challenged them. They nodded their head, we got you, coach. And it was a done deal. So, overtime. They're the queens of overtime. I will say that. And even
they are.
The Baton Rouge coach, she called me a couple days later and after another overtime game and was like, Coach, I just had to call you. We are officially labeling Hines Lady Bulldogs as the overtime queens.
It's true. Yeah. Y'all handle the pressure in overtime. Y'all do y'all thing. Yeah. And ladies, I just want to ask, how does it feel after that amazing record-breaking game? If y'all knew it was a record-breaking win.
Besides it being a record-breaking win, we were just excited to win against BRCC because last time we went to their house and
lost to the buzzer beater, right?
Yeah, lost to the buzzer beater. It was a lot of drama, double overtime over there at their house as well. And you know what I'm saying? You just try to do your job, whether it be scoring, rebounding, respecting the officials' calls, whatever. You just try to do your job, really. And like I said, man, everybody's got to want to win. They have to want to win. And
that's an important thing.
And that's the thing. It's like, do we want to win? Because then it takes it out of, oh, I need to score to, no, I'm going to help my team score. I'm going to rebound. I'm going to get somebody open. I'm going to set a screen. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of at a point where we just looked at each other and we was like, we're not losing this game. We can't. And that's just what happened.
That's what's up. Ariana?
And to go off that, like, Coach gave us the option between 2 L's, get a lick back or accept the loss. And we weren't going to accept another loss, BRCC. They was on social media talking too much trash for us to bow down and take a loss to them again. So we had to come back and show them who we are, show them what we've worked on, what we've gotten better at, and just overall just take a W.
I think also, though, like, bouncing off of that, I think also when we did play them this go-round, we were more in tune with each other.
Yeah, y'all wasn't going for another lick.
Yeah, like, but
I was going for another loss.
As far as team-wise, like, everybody bouncing off each other well, you know what I'm saying? We're not professionals yet, but that's what we're learning to be, and that's what we aspire to be. So to see the team just coming more together and being more of a family, and I also think that was another big part of our win against BRCC was the fact that we were able to gel a lot more and stuff like that. Not just as a team, but like as sisters.
As sisters. That's what's up. That's good. Right after that double overtime, you had a record-breaking game on January the 11th against Reed State Tech, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. And with your highest scoring game of this season being 112-65, how did it feel to accomplish the record-breaking game? Coach, you first, then the ladies.
I mean, it felt good. You know, all the Lady Dogs that got to play in the game, which was everybody scored. That was the first thing, and so you get to see smiles on faces.
That's always a good thing. Everybody
Always a good
plays.
thing. Yep, everybody plays. Everybody gets to put the ball in the hole. You know, so whether it's 1 point or 15 points, you were on the board.
Yep.
You know, that was one of the greatest things. And I mean, just looking back over the years, you know, I know previously, you know, shout to Coach Tamika Reed when she was here. She was very successful. But to come in and try to get it back to that point and knowing that we scored 112 points, which has been, I know for a fact,
It's only been done
the
twice.
last 14 years, it's only 109 points and 100 points. So, you know, we can put the ball in the hole now. These Lady Dogs, when they get going, they get going.
I see.
And, I mean, I had people coming up to me, Coach, you stood up probably twice. And you sat for and we ain't used to that. And I said, well, they understood the assignment and they got busy. So, you know, I don't ever like sitting down during a game, but, you know, I mean, my back was on fire too. But, I mean, I got a chance to sit, relax. I mean, that was, Saturday was our 4th game in 8 days.
Yep.
So, you know, it was exciting because
A win like that is always exciting.
right, because the first game against them, we were up by almost 30
And coming in the half.
and only won by 9. But, of course, that's on the road, you know,
Trials and tribulations.
crazy atmosphere.
Yeah.
So they also knew that game was supposed to be a big win. So they took care of business. So,
Yep,
I
they
mean,
sure did. I was astonished. That was a good game, girls.
Appreciate that. I mean, but us as a team, like, we know, like, playing these harder schools, you know what I'm saying, Copiah, Lincoln, and Pearl and all that other stuff, when we get a school like this, like, we are kind of excited to play them because this is what's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Good teams playing good teams.
We're supposed to score 112 with how hard we work. You know what I'm saying? So, and especially like last time, being up by 30, coming into the half and all that other stuff, and then we only won by like, 9 points or so? 10 points or so?
9.
Like, we just knew that it shouldn't have been that close. It should have never been that close, and we were such a way better team. You know what I'm saying? So just coming into this, like, I think all the girls know we have to take advantages of teams like that and stuff like that. And like Coach was telling us, practice our plays and stuff like that, running them to the first option, the second option, or the last option or whatever. And, I think playing teams like that is just – we're supposed to do that.
You're supposed to.
Yeah, we're supposed to.
It's not nothing shocking. You're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
With that win, it was coaches have been harping about like getting us a 100-point win since we started the season, especially with some of the teams we played early on. So it felt good just to finally get that. Like, that was another check off the bucket list of this season, and we have so many more goals and things to accomplish. But knowing that we can do that, like when it's on the line, we can do that. Like, back against the wall, we got it. And I think it overall just brought all of us a little closer. Brought us together a little bit better, and honestly kept the game as close as it was against Mississippi Delta as well. So it just brought us some more positive energy leading into this conference, and just I'm excited to see how the rest of the conference goes. We got a little trials up with this next one, but I know that regardless, we're all going to step up and do our role. And if you play a role, there ain't no other outcome that should happen but us getting more wins.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That was your last regular season game, right?
which one?
Reed State?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, you look back at that game too. I sent it to the girls. I know that set a home scoring record. That 112 points is the most scored at home in the history of Hines women's basketball. And there was one other one that we had. I made notes of it, but we keep doing the unthinkable and things that people don't really think that we could do here. And, it's like I told these ladies, you show these people what we got. And at the end of the day, we're going to play with a chip on our shoulder because nobody thinks Hines they think it's the past. And my point is I'm showing you with this group of young ladies that we're not the same of old. So when we come into a game, even going into Delta, we played them previously earlier in the season, and they beat us by 10. But now it's go time. Yep. And so, you look at it, we're tied 52-52 with 13 seconds left on the clock. I mean, and the only way that they scored that last shot was the ball was in the air and they got the lucky roll, which give Delta their props.
That's their flowers. Right. They won. They did that.
But we're not going to make it easy for anybody. Oh, no. And my thing has been of late, I don't care how ugly it's got to be, but we're going to give everybody a dogfight. And our biggest motto for this team is guard the yard. So I know J-State got a thing. J-State. But we're guarding this yard. Yep. And so when you come in here, we ain't going down without a fight.
Definitely. Any team we've ever played, even if we lost, they're gonna tell you that we're the hardest team that they've ever played because we don't give up. Mm-hmm. We're not gonna give up without a fight, and we're gonna definitely make you work for everything that you get, every single point. Yeah. Every single point, every single possession.
That's why y'all so fierce and dominant, and I like the way y'all playing right now. Y'all girls keep it up. In total, the Lady Bulldogs have played 8 games during the Christmas break with 7 wins and only 1 loss from those games. Can you describe what it took for these ladies to be so successful over the break?
Coming back, I checked in with quite a few of them over the break, just making sure that they're doing something because when we come back, our schedule was, right off the bat, like no team has played coming off of Christmas break the type of schedule we played. No team has scheduled 5 games in 10 days. And so I knew right off the bat that the first night back we conditioned, we got a lot of shots up. We probably shot over 1,000, 2,000 shots that night, and then we conditioned because I knew what we were coming into. And so my thing is we're not losing. We're not losing. And so you instill that as a coach, you instill that in your ladies' minds, and they take heed to it, and they get that in their mentality, and we go to work. So it hasn't been any. We've had our ups and downs throughout the process, but what team doesn't have a few ups and downs and bumps in the road throughout that process? But when you see us on that court, it's going down. And so I the other night after the Delta game, I got several people coming up to me. I don't know what you doing, coach, with that team, but you better keep on doing it. Well, I show Lamb you ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah. Hey.
I think the break was nice. It was a big thing that the team needed. You know what I'm saying?
Because y'all didn't leave during Thanksgiving.
No, we did not. We was in Alabama.
Yeah.
Correct?
Texas.
Texas. Yeah. Okay, so
So this is really our first break since being here.
Yeah, we was in Texas. We played a lot in Texas. Well, we went 2-1 in 2-0 in Texas, huh?
We split in Texas. We played at Trinity Valley Community College, which is one of the top 10 teams in the country at their Bud Keserna Classic. And so, going back to that, college basketball, you really play through the breaks. Thanksgiving break, you're playing, kind of like Division Ones, you get probably 3, maybe 4 days off, and 2 of those days are travel. Like, this is college basketball. You're here to play basketball. One, get your education and play basketball. Yes. But you got to be ready to work. But
just going off of that, I was saying that I think the break really helped us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
stayed here over Thanksgiving. We have been working hard in the beginning of the season, just trying to prepare for conference, get ourselves prepared,
Get treatment.
right, get healthy and stuff like that. So I think that little 2 weeks that we had off or whatever, that was really crucial
that
into
was well
us
needed.
coming back. Yeah, because I think that set everybody's mentality up for like, okay, I've had a break, but now it's time to get back to business
And get on some butt.
and get on
Yep.
some butt. Yes.
Yep.
So I think, you know what I'm saying, everybody did a great job of coming back and really getting locked into the game and getting locked into the business and knowing what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? And we already knew once we came out of that break, we was going to have 7, 8 games or whatever, and then hit conference. So I'm proud, glad,
Yep.
you know, being the oldest on the team and stuff, that everybody came back with the same mentality and the same drive and the same strive to want to have the same goal and want to meet that goal
And just really just work.
and really just work. And I think that was a big part of us winning. You know what I'm saying? Giving us that break to recuperate our minds and our body. Because
Yep.
even though we're athletes, we still need breaks.
You need one. You need it.
We need breaks. You
need
know
it.
what I'm saying? But yeah, the girls, everybody really wants it. We want it, and there's nobody on the team that doesn't think that we can't make it to playoffs or at least win playoffs. So I'm very excited for our
Yes.
season.
Yes. I can't wait to see what y'all produce.
Over this break, me speaking personally, I went home, so I live about 3 hours from here in Pascagoula, Mississippi.
Be
so
on that coast.
yeah, on the coast. I went back home. I told my mama before taking the break that I just needed a taste of home. Go back to where it all started for me and see why I love this game so much, why I chose to do this with my life. I could be doing anything else right now.
Yeah.
And I chose to do this, so I'm going to come in and be as good as a player as I was, but also better. Especially over the fall, I struggled with a ton of injuries and just not getting used to the college grind, but coming back, finalizing like a routine that I sort of have for game days, and I think everyone took heed of injuries and how like they're prominent, especially when you don't take time to recover. So it changed my aspect on recovery and to take it more seriously personally, but also I think it helped everyone else as well.
Yeah.
And it just gave us that boost to be ready for this because, again, we had one of the toughest pre-conference schedules than anyone else had, but it also gave us a chance to prepare for conference. Gives us those good vibes when we win and lessons when we lose. So it gave us just tweaks and maintenance that we needed to do so we can be ready and bring the best version of our team here. So very grateful over the break and
Yep.
all that we did.
Like I was saying, y'all, that was well deserved. Y'all really needed that break. Like from y'all just working, like y'all really just been putting in that work.
It
And-
came in handy because, I mean, you know, our men's coach, Coach Neville, and I, we were sitting down and talking. And
Shout out, Coach.
Coach, you know, we were comparing before we started conference play Monday night. We were comparing just the strength of schedules in the conference, and you know, when you look at our schedule, I mean, we played one Division II, which was Southern Arkansas Tech out of Arkansas,
Yep.
who's normally one of the top 5 teams that's at the Division II national tournament every year, and they've won the Region 2 tournament every year. And so, you know, they were a good test for us. But, you know, playing that type of schedule, you know, that break came in handy
Yes,
coming
it
back.
did.
'Cause, I mean, you know, you as a coach, I mean, honestly, you know, you look at your schedule coming back from break, and you're trying to sit and think about a lot of things, and you know, you see who you got to play in those amount of days, and you're like, all right, you come back. The goal is to go 5-0. You know, 5th game being conference, and so. You know, we did a great job of that, and like I told the girls after Monday night, we Delta got the luck of the role.
Y'all battled hard.
The ball was in the air and it rolled around the rim for a second and then it just dropped. Everybody thought it was going to roll off, but it dropped. So that fifth game, that shot was there to be probably go into overtime again, which I would have loved an over. I told them I didn't want any more overtimes, but I would have gladly accepted overtime.
Just for that one.
Yeah, but that break 2 weeks. I mean, probably 2 weeks and 2 days. I mean, it was handy, and I decided to extend a couple of extra days just because, we played January 4th. So, I'm a big believer in we can make up the ground.
Yep.
And we did. So, and I told them when we got back, this is what we got to do. I gave y'all an extra 2 days. Like, this is what we got. It's not punishment, but
it's time to work.
It's time to work.
Yep.
So,
and I will say, everybody took it very graciously. Like, you know what I'm saying? Getting back into the business mode, as I said earlier, everybody took it really graciously. We ran. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to run a basketball.
Hey,
but, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was happy to be there, which is another good thing because even though you're there, it don't always happen like that. So having that extra happy attitude towards the court and everybody else, that's another big thing as well. So very appreciative of that as well.
Sometimes it's hard because you be like, man, we the only team here.
Only team.
Only people on campus,
here.
on the whole campus.
Only people here. Well, I have a little fun fact for y'all real quick. And for my audience at home listening, did you all know the Lady Bulldogs are off to their best starting season since former head coach Tamika Reed era? For those who may know her, she joined the coaching staff as a head coach and for the Lady Bulldogs in 2015 and led Hines to his first ever appearance in the regional championship in 2017. You probably know Coach Reed. Yep. Now, Coach, you and your Lady Bulldogs are rewriting history, and with this being your first year coaching here at Hines, you guys are already breaking records. Can you just tell me how this is motivating you to push through the rest of the season?
Honestly, and the ladies will tell you, I keep on the board in the locker room, are we going to rewrite the story or are we going to continue the same path that the story's been on? And so they've taken that rewrite the story to heart, which that's led to a lot of it. Directly under that, I've printed out every season record dating back to 2011. And, you got up till 2016, Coach Reed got here and they were successful. And then you look at it, there was a couple over seasons and then you got 3-win season and 7-win season. So, the ladies look at that and it makes them hungry to change the story, change the narrative of Hines Lady Bulldogs. And so, when it comes down to it, there's a few things I say, but I have a bunch of hungry young ladies that want to be successful and want to change the history of this program. And so it makes me feel good going into every game is like we're going to fight. Like we're not going in this and we're going to lay down, and take a 30-point loss. No,
we're the hungrier team.
Right. We're hungry. Like we know, okay, Pearl River coming in here next Tuesday. All right. So they've got the history of being one of the top dogs in the league, right? So I don't care how
good you are.
Think you are.
Okay.
You're not going to come in here
and walk all over us.
And walk over us.
You're not.
And so it's just not I'm not that type of coach, and I'm not coaching them to be that way.
Oh, yeah.
So just be prepared when you walk in them dog. When
you walk in the dog house.
When you walk in that dog. Sorry, I'm getting into my mode, and I ain't even trying to go there.
No, but by any means,
yes.
By any means, we are not.
That's how it is. Like when Hines hired me, they got a dog. And they got
another bulldog.
Bulldog, pit bull, Rottweiler. I'm going to bite you when you walk in my fence.
Oh, okay.
That's what we going to do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, That's the mindset that I'm putting in their heads. It's not a negative one. It's not a like disrespectful one, but it's something to put in their heads to make them understand that you want people to respect you.
Mm-hmm.
When they walk in this gym, it's not an automatic. We go back. It's not an automatic. Oh, we gonna get this dub and walk out of here tonight, and we gonna go find something to eat. No.
Okay.
And Delta found that out tonight. Now, granted, we dropped that game, but Delta found that out the other night. Is it's not gonna be like past. We gonna bring it at you, and it's gonna be a dogfight. It's gonna be a dogfight. I mean,
Not to mention, none of us, and I mean none of us, are easily walked on. Like as specific people, like as a group of girls, not even as a basketball team, but as a group of girls. None of us are easily walked on. So to think you're gonna come in our house and try to own our gym or do some extra special stuff and all of that, you're not. You're just not. You know what I'm saying? And like Coach said, Delta found that out the other night. We did drop that game. That was a hard loss. However, I think that is more fuel. Yes, we will see them again later in season.
And teams, the third time, hey,
Northeast better be ready.
They better be so ready because I just know the rest of the team has a fire under their butt that's not gonna stop until we get some credit for what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? As far as creating a new record and a new look for the program, the girls basketball team.
like it's
at
a new
Hines.
year. We're different.
Yes. Oh yes.
We're different.
Oh,
We're
yes.
different. And, we're doing this to create the respect for Hines Lady Bulldogs. But we're also, the biggest thing that we're doing this for is to get this campus, this Utica campus
Community.
community on the map.
On the map, yes.
And that was one of my biggest goals when I accepted this. I researched, and everybody here since I've been here has been very supportive on this campus, very supportive. And so if we can do something to give back, it's win and get this community out there. Like, I mean, the national level, I mean, this team will do a lot.
Yes.
But like that's not even because he's being very frank with it because that's just the top layer that everybody sees. You know what I'm saying? Nobody sees how we go to parades and we go talk to the kids and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we do community service. You know what I'm saying?
We're not just the basketball team.
Yeah, we are not just by any means. We are not just a basketball team. We are always flying around doing something for somebody, whether it's at a parade or it's at a church. You know what I'm saying? And just as far as being like great people, great women, growing into women and stuff like that, like we just try to do whatever we can, especially for people on the campus and stuff like that. Like everybody knows us. Everybody knows us each individually. You know what I'm saying? And so I think it's also about that too. The underlying becoming a woman and, also helping the community outside of basketball, you know what I'm saying? And showing people that we're not just a great basketball team and a great program, but we're also growing ladies that are trying to be better, you know what I'm saying? And we just have a lot to do, and I think we're maturing well.
That's good.
And to piggyback off that, like basketball is life at a faster pace. You're doing life with people you don't know.
Yep.
I came in, didn't know. I knew Amaya Simpkins. We played high school ball together, but that's about the only person I knew coming in here.
That part.
So, one, you're learning how to be a family faster, quicker, but also you're learning to grow as adults. We're a very freshman team. We have very freshman
young
oriented.
team. How many sophomores y'all got?
Like 5 or 6.
5, 6, yeah. We have a ton of freshmen, a ton of young girls, me included. So us coming in and knowing that we got to step up and be grown women and that it's not high school anymore. You have things that you have to do in the classroom, in the community, and on the court. Like, you have to understand that it's not about you anymore. You had your fun, you had your time when you were growing up, but now it's bigger than you. And are you willing to sacrifice your ego for something bigger?
Yep.
And I think we all responded with that, like, we just want to win. At the end of the day, we want to win, but we'd also want to show people that we're not the same people that have been described here. Like, we're not ratchet, we're not ghetto, we're not none of that. We're civilized young women who can play the game of basketball at a high level, and we can do that day in and day out, but also we're just as good as we are on the court and in the classroom and in our community.
And as people.
Yeah.
As people. It's people that you meet.
People you want to meet, people you want to support. You want, we've had more and more people come to the games and support us just based on how we've been in the community.
Yes.
Definitely.
Community outreach, community support, and that means a ton to us, seeing the growth and seeing
what y'all have done so far, basically.
Yeah. And I'm excited to see that gym packed out one night for, even if it's just for sophomore night, but I want to see it packed out every night, especially in these conference games. So I'm excited to see the support grow and see what we're doing being noticed.
It's just amazing because when you do great, you start to become great, and I just see it flowing through y'all right now. Y'all really just doing y'all thing, and we really just appreciate y'all, for real. Now, ladies, I understand that you were not able to spend the entire Christmas break with your family and friends like your peers because you all were putting the pedal to the metal, working in, day out. Can you tell me, did you keep each other motivated during a breakaway from home? How did you keep each other motivated?
Oh, I thought he was going to start, but...
oh, no, ladies, this is for you.
He said ladies.
Yes. Yes.
No, but definitely. Like you said, man, we were the only ones here.
Only ones.
I mean, the calf wasn't open.
Nope.
Like, nothing was open. We were the only ones here. So that also had to do, you know what I'm saying, with motivating each other, just because we had to lean on each other for a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? The calf wasn't open, getting food. We eat together. We shower together. Yep. We sleep together. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just part of the process. It's a part of the process, having to motivate each other, because you are the only ones here, and my teammate that is sitting next to me is the only person that understands what I'm going through in this type of moment. You know what I'm saying?
It's your sisterhood.
Right. Being here by ourselves, no family, on Christmas break.
Gotta lean on each other, man.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. And I think the girls took it really well.
Yes.
I think it took it really well. And I mean, we did go to Alabama. It was a nice little breath of fresh air to get out of the U.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was another thing.
But was I glad that when that calf opened back up?
Amen.
You was cooking on down. Chef Boyardee coach, huh?
Them chili dogs and the nachos.
Boy, I tell you, we was on hot dogs,
Hot
Man.
dogs, turkey sandwiches.
jelly sandwiches.
All of it.
Hey, but y'all had food.
Yep. All
We
right.
had food.
Ariana?
We had food. But as this being my first year, like, fully away from home, when I went home, even when I did go home for Christmas break, it was different. Just the personal family stuff, like, Christmas was different. Didn't really have a big Christmas like I usually do, but it was just showing me, like, you're an adult now.
Yeah.
Things are gonna be different. You have more responsibilities for you, but your family has more responsibilities than you. Like, you realize that having that time with family, it's more important than ever now, because you don't know when you're gonna get it again. Especially with me being in school, but also me moving around with school and traveling a lot more. It made things more precious when we were home, but it gives me the motivation to keep going. Like, my family's watching me anywhere I go. They're knowing what I'm doing and how we're all working. So to have, even though we don't have their physical support, we have them in spirit. We have them in online, especially with live streaming games and stuff like that. I'll get calls and texts from, I have like a big group chat with everyone who needs the link. I'll just send in that group chat and they can all watch it. Do what you want.
That's what my
But-
mom does.
Right. And my
That's what my
mom,
mom
she
does.
goes everywhere with
As long
us.
as I'm watching my baby.
Hey, she is a bona fide part of this team at this point.
My mama is everybody's mama at this point.
Yeah, Krim's mom.
I see
hey,
her
Krim's
everywhere.
mom.
Everywhere.
Even on the Thanksgiving break when we was here, Krim's mom stepped up. Really shout out to her because very appreciative. Came feed us, tried to give us, a little bit of home feeling with the home cooked food and stuff like that. So very appreciative for that, and it was really good.
Shout out Mama Krim.
Shout out Mama Krim, yeah.
She be on the coach. What you need, coach? Hey,
Yeah.
listen, let us find out real quick, and I'ma show hit you back up.
Oh yeah, she takes him more than I do half the time. So it's but definitely having her in my corners. She moved 3 hours with me. She's up in Clinton right now, working up in Clinton. So she moved with me, made the move with me. So that's been a big crutch for me. I saw my mom here, like y'all, and it's been me and her against the world since I've was brought into this world. So very grateful to have her around, but she's also been here for everyone else as well. Like especially Mari, since she's 6 hours away from home.
Yeah.
She's become my mom's second child as well. So she takes on that motherly role, but she'll also be our biggest supporter. She's always there. So she was a big help for me, but also the girls reminded me like, yo, we gotta work.
Yeah.
We want to win. We want to go to Capture Wyoming. We want that national attention. So let's go get it. Oh, it's gonna be cold, y'all.
It's gonna be so cold.
Yup,
It's gonna be so cold.
it is.
But we definitely got a lot of support from the families and things like that. Makes me feel good just because a lot of the parents, they don't mind asking coach, what do you need? If you need help, like let us know. Like we know that there's things that you can't do and that you can do, and so we want to do it the most legalist way
Yep.
we can. But if we can help in any way, let us know. And so that's been another big part of the successful story. Part of the story is the parents also, the support of me, the support of the program, and then stepping in with a lot of the young ladies that we do have that are far from home.
Yep.
Like I said, Miss Bev, she be on it. She be on it. If we on
Shout out Miss Bev.
overnight,
Yep.
she there overnight. Coach, you need to go to Walmart. I know y'all on the bus. I know y'all on the like. What you just let me know. Cool.
Mama B.
Yeah, shout out Auntie, bro. Shout out Auntie all the time. She
Auntie.
rode with us to the game the other day, man. We needed one of our drivers, I guess, needed an extra driver or something. It was a long drive. She had came with us, making sure we good and stuff like that. So shout out Auntie.
Shout out
Definitely,
Auntie.
yeah.
All right, Coach, what is the biggest challenge you face transitioning from the regular season to the conference play?
Honestly, there's no challenge. I mean, we go into it, there's nothing to be nervous about. There's nothing to be scared about. There's nothing to worry about. Like, we take it day by day. And so, there's going to be challenges, no doubt. But if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, right?
Okay.
So, and I've learned a lot over the years from several different coaches that I've worked for, that I've been around, that have prepared me for a lot of different situations. And so, even when I was a head coach before in Oklahoma, like I learned a lot of stuff at that school, at that program and things like that. So, again, I stay ready, so I ain't got to get ready.
Okay.
Just want to throw that out there, though. Give glory to God, man. We pray a lot. We
Yep.
pray a lot. Like, us individually, I know the girls pray a lot. Myself, I pray a lot before the game, with the team, after everybody breaks the huddle when we go out and stuff. Just really give glory to God, because without Him, nothing is possible. And with
God
Him,
did.
everything is possible. So, just definitely wanted to say that.
I second that completely. Over the break, I have to get a new tattoo anytime I go home. So the latest one I got was, God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. And that has been my motto for this past couple of years, personally and basketball-wise. God's given me a challenge to be here, to play this game, but also to get past the mental battles, the physical battles, and stuff like that. He's been by my side through it all. So I couldn't be more grateful. And in my routine that I do usually every game, I do a devotional with the verse of the day for that day, whatever day it is. I do the verse, read it, and then I'll write about what I think it means and how it partakes in my life, and end it with a prayer, and that really gets me in the mindset to go. So all glory to God, and He's blessed us all with the opportunities to be here. So glory to Him for sure.
God did.
God did. Amen.
Okay. Players, how do you feel about the season so far? And now that the conference games are here, what can we expect from you Lady Bulldogs?
I'm going to say in the beginning it was rough.
Yeah.
It was very rough. But like Krim said before, everybody was getting to know each other, including Coach, getting to know us getting to know Coach. You know what I'm saying? As well as our two assistant coaches, Coach P and Coach Robbie. So I think that's just a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's coming in to learn and stuff like that. And so once it got to a point where it was like, okay, everybody's got the same goal. We want to win. We have a lot of our sophomores who want to go to a better place, to play basketball and further their education and stuff like that.
Play at a higher level.
Yes, as well as trying to get our freshmen on. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of freshmen that are eligible to go play for better places and stuff like that. So personally, trying to be a sophomore, you know what I'm saying? Super sophomore, because I've already had a year of college and all this other stuff, but like trying to take them under my wing and really show them some stuff that they might know, or lead them from stuff that I already know where it's gonna go. Yeah, trying to give them a little guidance, and also them finding their own way, because that's who we are as people. You have to find your own way. So doing that, but also like letting them know that I'm here for them. I'm their sister. They can come to me for whatever they need. You know what I'm saying? Hurt, talk, problems, whatever it is. And I think transitioning after everybody, getting to know everybody and stuff like that, is when we kind of really started to gel as a team, because it was like,
you built that
got
type
my
of
back.
bond.
Yeah, you got my back. You know what I'm saying? You got my back, and I know you got my back.
Yep.
And I think we're looking at a really great season coming into conference. Especially coming out of a great ending of our regular season, just like that. Like, we did lose that one game. Yep. You know what I'm saying? But that does not define us.
It doesn't.
And like I said, they had to work for every point that they got, even that last bucket. Yep. So I think conference, we're just going to take the people by win. And you know what I'm saying?
One win at a time.
Yeah, one win at a time, and just slowly creep up on them, because I still feel like right now we're the underdogs. Yep. And everybody that sees us, they try to, Hines ain't this and that. And
lowball you.
Yeah, and we get on the court and we really show you that we're here.
We're like that.
Yeah, and we are. You know
some
what I'm
dogs.
saying? We are some dogs. We are dogs, like literally. And so I think coming into the conference and stuff like that, like, there's a little bit more perfecting we can do as far as execution, but the works are there. You know what I'm saying? They're there. Mm-hmm. And we're definitely not comfortable. We want a lot more than what we already have. So I just hope people know and understand that we're coming for whatever you got. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not ready to fight for it, we're going to take it from you.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree with that. Early on this season, we struggled with just gelling wise and figuring out who everyone is, not only on a basketball level, but on a personal level. Like, I say this all the time, you can't have a good team without having good relationships with each other. It's just not going to happen. And when we're able to be a good team together on the court, but we can also have good relationships with each other and yeah, we might not like each other some days, but we know that to leave it outside those 4 lines. And when we're in these 4 lines, no one can touch you, no one can disrespect you.
I got
Because
your
we
back.
all gonna have your back. Like in the State game, it was very,
It was
very.
a little-
man, that was heated.
It was a little
man.
heated.
That was a very controversial ending.
Yes.
But I think
I like the way how y'all handled
we
that.
all
Composure.
It was nice and composed. Nice and composed.
yeah, but we was all stood up. Like we was
Yes.
ready to
Oh,
fight
yes.
with you. Like
Yeah,
we was
because
ready
you
to
don't push one of our
fight for you.
dogs
Oh,
and not think the pack gonna get up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just don't
Okay.
do that. You don't do that.
But
Guard the yard.
Guard-
baby.
Hey.
yeah, but it
yard.
shows that we're ready for this season. And if you haven't got on the bandwagon yet, you might want to get on it because we're headed for bigger things. And if you want to be a part of it, be a part of it. We love support. We love everyone's support. And that's going to be much needed when it gets in those heated moments and those heated games, having people have our back.
Yes.
Not only on the court with each other, but
Our
in
fans.
the stands, and
Student
having
section go bonkers.
section.
yeah, they go bonkers. They support us for sure. I'm excited to see where this team goes, and just see how we all develop and see where everyone chooses to go and their path that they choose to make with what they're given. So I'm excited to see where it goes, but be ready because we got a lot of things to accomplish.
I will say this: I was in Pizza Hut on campus yesterday, at dinner, and it was a bunch of our students in there, and I love it. They every home game, like I told them, I need to see them over there in them stands doing the same thing they was doing the other night. Be loud. Hey, this dog family.
Keep going.
Hey, we one unit. Everybody in this community, we all together.
Yeah.
We all we got.
Yep.
So, hey, students, faculty, staff, all that. Show
President.
up, show out.
President showed up.
Yeah, show up, show out for each other. We all we got. We got to take care of each other. And they come shine for us. We gon' give them something to see.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
I like that.
definitely.
I like that.
Definitely.
It's definitely gotten bigger since the season started.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes.
We just keep growing and keep growing.
That's it. That's it.
Now, moving along. Into the conference game, ladies, in a hard-fought battle against the Mississippi Delta Lady Trojans, you fall short to a buzzer beater, 52-54, ending your 4-game winning streak. How do you ladies plan to grow from this loss?
I think better execution earlier in the game. We started a little slow in the first half. You know what I'm saying? And I just think, yeah, man, we started slow. We just started slow in the first half. We had a lot of mishaps. You know what I'm saying? Turnovers and stuff like that. Rebounding and stuff. And we just wasn't ourselves. And I can't really tell you what it was. You know what I'm saying? But I know that in that second half, we came out and we played Lady Bulldogs basketball.
Yep.
How we usually play. You know what I'm saying? And I think the girls and we just needed a second to really take in the moment, grasp what's going on, and put that fire back under us. Like, hey, this ain't over.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We not gonna lay down, and we didn't. You know what I'm saying? And little things just happen along the way.
Yep.
Little things just happen. But I think one thing that would help going forth would try limiting the turnovers, getting more rebounds. You know what I'm saying? Scoring the ball better.
Sometimes you just got to call timeout.
Right.
Coach,
Get a little
tell 'em what it
regroup.
is.
Yeah,
Little
yeah.
reset.
Then we move on. That's what you got to do, because, boy, I call that timeout and it just got dog it.
Get right.
Yeah.
That game was just a dogfight through and through. We, in the first half, we kept it pretty close majority of the time. Mishaps here and there, but we still kept it pretty close going in. And then us coming out that after halftime, that first 4 minutes, it was I don't know what was going on. To be fair, I don't know what was going on. I was like, what just happened? What? Okay, all right. And then we got down 11.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, we got down 11, and then we only ended by luck of the roll.
Lucky
of the
Lucky roll.
Bruh.
Lucky roll.
Bruh.
Man.
And it's just, it humbled us a little bit.
Yeah.
It showed us that it's not going to be easy.
Nope.
It's not going to be easy by
harder.
any means.
Just push.
And that if we want to win, we got to do everything it takes to win. You have to have an impeccable performance each night, regardless of mental, regardless of injuries,
Regardless of refs.
regardless of refs. And you can't have people dictate what you can do.
Just keep.
And when we play together, we all see the outcomes. We see what we can do. So just keep our heads up and knowing that we're gonna get better. We just came off of 5 games in 10 days where our bodies were sore, very, very run down, very. It was just a struggle physically going into that game. We weren't fully at 100%,
But
and yet we still kept it that close,
But
even
like-
us not being at 100.
also kudos to coach because you know what I'm saying. Being able to take on a bunch of different girls and having to take on the coaching ability,
Kind of rebuild a little bit.
not just that, but like having to deal with the schedule and seeing what's the game plan for this next game and watch film and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to coach because understanding that we are also human and we're giving you as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? Coming in playing 5 games within 10 days.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
Less than
very
24 hours to
appreciative.
recover.
Yeah, very appreciative for him letting us recover because that's another thing. You got to have a coach that's going to understand when we need that. You know what I'm saying? And he also does a great job of understanding when we need to be pushed. So just kudos to coach for that because that's another big thing in how we play. Being able to nourish our bodies and our mentals. So yeah, that's another thing.
For sure. Coach gotten a hand on what each player needs as the course of the game goes on. And at the late in the fourth quarter, I was just out of it mentally. He pulled me and we had a good little face-to-face that I just needed to hear. So him understanding that he has our back as much as we have his, it's very, very heartwarming and it gives us another boost of like
Confidence.
Okay, he got it. He got us and we got him. So.
Yeah. We can work as hard as we need to work because at the end of the day, he's going to understand. You know what I'm saying? He's going to understand.
Okay, so now I want to wish you all luck on your upcoming games. Hans Nation, let's get out and pack the gym as the Lady Bulldogs can continue to guard the yard. Thank you all for being here today, and thank you for our audience for tuning into this great show. This concludes today's Sports Journal. Be sure to join us every Wednesday for further insights into the coach, players, and the game itself.
Guard the yard, baby.
Guard the yard.
Let's get it for sure.